What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be covering how I made $960 overnight with this ES play. But before we dive into the video, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. I want to make sure this video gets 1,000 likes so YouTube can push it. More people can see this video. More people can learn and start making money in this market. And do me a favor while you're at it, go ahead and leave a comment. Now, before we dive into this video, guys, it's important for Coach to let you guys know that overall, I don't want you judging your day one on my day 100. So don't come into this market thinking that you're just going to make $900 overnight. It's all about taking baby steps, first getting the knowledge, then using that knowledge to go into FX replay simulators, using the FX replay simulators, even a demo account or smaller personal account, and slowly start to build your way up. It took me 7 years to get in here. This video is no type of flex on anyone to where you're at in your journey. It's only for the purpose of teaching you guys how I'm trading the market overnight, especially for my people working 9 to 5, so you can go to work, come in, and then see one of these setups, take the setup, go to bed, set your take profit, stop loss, and be out of the market. So let's dive into the setup. So before we go over the live replay of that trade, what I want to go into is the actual setup so you guys can see it, because the next part will just be the live trade playing out. Overall, higher time frame, guys, we are bullish when it comes to ES, price action trading to the upside. And the part of the reason I traded ES this week, gold is a lot more expensive, so it's more expensive to trade. With ES, I can put on a lot more contracts, so I can be able to partial. Where gold being so expensive, it just makes sense as an investor to trade ES right now. ES, after following that bullish expansion, we did start to see the market pull back, but we did not break any short-term lows. So at this time, I was still bullish here in the market. Going to that 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, we've had our Asia open. So from this high down to this low, this is the 6 to 7 p.m. candle EST. The market sweeps that low. We go to the 5-minute time frame. 5-minute time frame here. Notice how we don't break above our VWAP. We just initially push down. Once we get this break, now we're looking for the market to start to break above highs as well as break above our VWAP. So while I'm on my live sessions, guys, trading with the team, I let everyone know what I'm looking at in real time and when I'm going to be looking to take a trade in the market. So we know our first step is wait for a round of the lows. If we're looking for buys, our next step is to see price maintain running highs and then also break above our VWAP for extra confirmation. So we usually trade live from 7 to 9 p.m. So the market was aligned closer to 9 o'clock as we were hopping off. So I'll let everyone know as soon as we start to break and hold above VWAP, I'm gonna look to take an entry. So this was right at like 9:30 that I took this entry, and we can see overnight we just had a strong push to the upside. So let's go into the replay because I did record my screen, and I'll go ahead and hit play. So I do have this sped up. This did take a pretty decent amount of time. So as you guys can see, this is right around my entry point after we broke above and held with that VWAP. Had my stop loss below the lows there, and the market is just playing out. So what you can see above, this is that new day opening gap. So for my scalp traders, you can always trade back into this new day opening gap with no issue. This could be your in and out as soon as you get the break of the VWAP, or best case scenario, once price breaks the range, if it shows a transition, you can trade up to the VWAP and then up to that new day opening gap. Next point of interest to take profit at is going to be at the high of the range. So you can see here with 17 contracts, getting up to this high, this is still $300 with this move up. So if you go in heavier, you can do that, but of course you got to have the account size to do so. So even with one contract, this would have been the equivalent of $30, $40 into profit, to this point. So don't think it has to be a huge gain here. So as you guys can see, we do start to break up to the upside. This is when we start to get to the high range. So at this point, this is when I'm letting the team know and get recalibrated, moving stops in as well, because this is a key level for me. At this point, you guys can see we clearly broke above our new day opening gap, had a strong bullish push above it. So this is where I want to make sure that I'm starting to watch how the market reacts to the highs. I got my take profit set again at that high of the range. That's where I'm looking for price to take out. So we're getting a really nice push here to the upside. But keep in mind, this is 15-minute candles, guys. So I enter here. This is going overnight. You see the bottom right of my screen. Well, actually, you guys probably can't see it because, you got my face in front of it, but it's 11:38 p.m. So this is, a trade going overnight. Currently up around $700 with this push. And notice how we're really moving aggressively above that new day open. This is telling me, buyers are in place. But as I'm starting to see buyers push here, I do want to be careful to start looking to take profit as we get into these highs. Because when we start seeing those volatilities come in, you can see volatility spike back in the opposite direction. As this is playing out, guys, I just really wanted to talk to you guys too about just social media and just the reality of, when the markets are printing and social media makes it seem like everybody is winning in the market. That's when traders get reckless. Soon after you seeing, especially this week with FOMC, you've seen so many people make money on those bullish pushes with gold, NQES. And then right after that, when the market started to pull back, you've seen so many people online saying that they had blown accounts. And that's not to be judgmental to anyone, because I was at that point in my journey too. When you see a lot of volatility, that makes you more attracted to take plays in the market. You consider that the market is just going to continue up forever. Like, that's what your brain is wired to think. But, the traders who actually last are the ones who sit and wait like snipers in the market. So, and I only mean that to say, because I only took 2 trades this week, but there were probably hundreds of opportunities for multiple different setups. But I have my setup that I waited for, made money on, and I didn't lose any money this week as well. So that's always going to be a plus. So at this point, guys, as we can see this replay, we got the market pulling back, got about a minute left as far as that. This is price action sped up, but this is not where I'm getting scared or trying to pull out profit just yet. I do want to give my profit target time to get there, but as we start to close in, once we get 75% of the move, I'm definitely looking at these highs as an area to take profit. I don't want it to get too stagnant around my take profit level and let the market come all the way back against me. Even though there will be times the market will come back against you, still go in your favor. But this is a market you actually want to see profit, take profit, and especially if you're trading, prop firm accounts, personal accounts as well, you want to make sure that you're actually securing what you're putting in. So you can see at this point, I'm up close to like $900, almost $1,000. So I'm letting the team know here that price is approaching the range, start securing profit here overnight. Of course, I sent that at night, so we don't know who all end up taking this trade. But overall, that was the trade to the upside. I had 2 contracts left, and then I moved my stop loss in coming into New York, and that took out the rest of my profit closer to break even. So yeah, that actually was the trade, guys. But I want to show you something before we actually hop off here, because this is crazy exactly how this happened. So we actually got out of this trade right before the market collapsed. So we had this push that took us up. This was that crash when New York started. So this is not a position that I'm going to just hold and hold and hold and think New York is going to continue. As we get into New York, I want to trail this so that if we do have a steep reversal like this, we were in and out of the market, made our profit, and we're not trying to chase anything. Even if we don't catch on to these sales, we already made our money with the overnight session. So this is a way you can make money overnight, potentially even in your sleep with those overnight runners. Let me know in the comments if you guys like more videos like this going over the live replay, and I'll be sure to make some here for you guys in February. And lastly, guys, if you are interested in learning all of these concepts in the Futures Bootcamp, that's going to be starting February 2nd. I'm going to put a link for you guys in the description, or you can comment the word bootcamp and I'll make sure that you guys have that link. And that's going to be for 2 sessions per week. There will be class assignments, there will be quizzes, there will be homework to make sure you guys understand how we trade this setup and how we trade this market each and every day. And this is going to be designed specifically for people that are new to this market. So make sure you guys tap in, and as always, invest in yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video.